Today on the RV, Kelly is making one of my very favorite things, which are firecracker lettuce wraps, or a firecracker salad, however you want to make it. She's gonna make a salad for her, and I'll have a lettuce wrap. And even though this is gonna be a vegan recipe, you can make this recipe with anything, and I guarantee you will. If you like spicy food, you will love this. And as long as you're not allergic to peanuts.
And it doesn't have to be spicy. You just need to leave out the spice part of it. Put a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm gonna cook some onions, some peppers. I usually make a big batch because Scott always wants leftovers. Get those started cooking. Once that cooks for a few minutes, I will add in some mushrooms. Already got that chopped up. I am actually going to use the chicken that I cooked the other day that I started when, what did I make the other day? I don't even remember now.
Chicken pot pies.
Chicken pot pies, yes. I had soaked more of the soy curls than what I needed, so I'm going to use the chicken that was left from that to put in here. And then I'm also going to add in chickpeas. So you don't actually have to have the, the soy curls or anything. You can do this all veggie. Or if you're not vegan, you can put whatever meat you want in it.
It's delicious.
Okay, it's in the pan for a couple minutes here. So I am going to go ahead and add the mushrooms in.
And we're cooking on the RV here. Everything's electric. So we're using the induction cooktop. Everything's run off of our solar panels here. We've been boondocking for 2 weeks now. Yep. Over 2 weeks. The sun came out for a little bit earlier, and our solar panels were putting out over 2,049 watts is what it was up to. And we only have 1,962 watts of panels, so we were above the rated performance of the panels.
I'm chopping up some water chestnuts to give a little extra, we like the crunch in it.
The crunch from those is great. I like water chestnuts.
Yep. So while this is cooking up, I'm going to mix up the sauce that we're going to put on here. Got about a half a cup of peanut butter in there. Again, I'm bad about not measuring stuff.
And that's chunky peanut butter.
Yeah, I use chunky because we like the crunch to it, but you don't have to use chunky. You want about a third of a cup of soy sauce, or you can use like the Bragg liquid aminos.
And that's low sodium soy sauce.
This is low sodium, yes. And then I'm going to put about a third of a cup of, I'm using avocado oil, but you can use like sesame oil or anything that doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. And then about a third of a cup, or I'm sorry, about a quarter cup of, I'm using apple cider vinegar. Again, you can use white wine vinegar or whatever you have on hand. And then we love this chili garlic sauce. It's a paste that you can get. This is what's going to give you the kick. So if you don't like, let me stir this real quick. If you don't like spicy, you don't have to add this in. You could just add a little garlic in there instead of the chili garlic. Okay, and I put a couple big spoonfuls in. So you're looking at a couple tablespoons easily that I put in here usually. Then you want a couple tablespoons of sugar. That's going to offset the saltiness. Good there. And then ginger. I always buy just in this, it's easier, but you can use fresh ginger if you have it. I just squirt a little bit in. I guess it's just however kind of taste you have on that. And even though the other is still a garlic chili paste, I always add a little bit more garlic, because like I said before, we love garlic. So I will add a tad bit more garlic in it. And then you just want to mix it up really good. It does take a little bit to get it all mixed together, just to get the peanut butter mixed in. Starting to get mixed up. And we use this sauce on a lot of different things, even like a sandwich. Instead of putting like mayo or something like that on it, we'll put this across there just to give it a nice little kick.
It's good on everything.
Sometimes we'll, we had some pita bread the other day, so I just cooked up a bunch of veggies and we put it across the pita bread with some of this, just drizzled across it. It gives a nice little kick, nice flavor. Okay, so this has been cooking that whole time then that I mixed that up, and you can see that it's getting pretty well done here. So now I'm going to add the chickpeas in. Those, just so you know, you always want to save the liquid from the can of chickpeas. It's called aquafaba. You can use that as an egg substitute. And so any kind of baking that you want to do, you could just substitute aquafaba for egg. Or I've made whipped cream before out of it. You just add powdered sugar in with it.
Powdered sugar in the blender with the aquafaba is an excellent whipped cream.
It whips it up. It's just something you do need to eat it right away. It just doesn't sit well. Add in chopped up water chestnuts. But yeah, there's a lot you could do. So what I always drain the liquid off of that. You can freeze it if you're not using it right away. And then you just rinse them down. Now let that kind of warm through. I'm going to cut up the chicken that I have left over. A mess here. Just going to roughly chop through this here.
This is soy curls.
Yes, this is what I soaked the other day, a couple days ago when I made the chicken pot pies. And then I had the chicken seasoning on it, the chicken flavoring. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take this, add it in here. And again, you can add any kind of veggies you want in this. I always keep onions and peppers and mushrooms on hand. You'll see that I add them to a lot of stuff that I make. But it doesn't always taste the same because of what I'm adding with it and flavors that I'm putting together. So we just want to get this like all warmed through because the veggies are cooked. So it just needs to cook enough to warm up. This is about warmed through now. So I'm going to take the sauce and just pour it over. And it just really depends on how much you've got in the pan here. I'm not going to put it all in the beginning to see how it covers. And sometimes I add just a little bit of water to it depending on how thick it is. I just want to get it nice and coated.
Smells so good.
I think I will go ahead and add it all to it. We just have iceberg lettuce with us right now, so that's what I'm going to use. This is heated through really good. So you're just going to want to scoop it out. Put a little bit on each of them. making a mess. So depending on how much you want in there, they do kind of get messy when you're eating them, but that's why I prefer to make a salad and just put it over the top. And then Scott likes a little bit of onions, a little bit of peanuts on it.
A little extra crunch. I love peanut stuff.
And I said onions because I always sprinkle green onions on the top of it. If you have sesame seeds, you can sprinkle some on there too, but I'm out right now. But there you go.
Time for me to go eat. Kelly made hers a salad.